Hello again. In the previous tutorial, we have shown you how to generate a blockchain network configuration by using ChainRider service. In this tutorial, we're going to demonstrate the deployment procedure of a generated network configuration. Okay, so let's start by recapitulating the structure of a generated network. We had two organizations, org1 and org2, and three channels, O1 for org1, O2 for org2, and a common channel for both organizations. The order was running on machine 1 of organization 1, while the state database for smart contracts was CouchDB. As for the machine configuration, we had one machine per organization. Each machine was configured to run the Blockchain Explorer REST API module and certificate authority, and as for the peers, you can see their configuration on the screen. Okay, so let's take a brief overview of the ChainRider documentation first. Here you will find the detailed information about each step of the deployment process. We could start by inspecting the hardware and software requirements for your machines. To run Hyperledger Fabric blockchain network with the selected services, you will need a 64-bit Linux machine with these software components installed. Prior to actual deployment, you have to make sure that the machine and the order domains you have specified are correctly mapped to your machines. Here you can see how we have mapped our org1 and org2 domains to specific machines. Also, make sure to open the ports that the network uses by consulting the deployment instructions provided in the ChainRider documentation. We have prepared two Linux virtual machines on Google Cloud for the purpose of this demo with pre-installed software components. And now we can start with the actual deployment process. The first step, of course, is copying the network configuration archive to both machines and extracting it. As we have already done that, you can see the content of our archives on org1 machine, and as well as on the org2 machine. Perfect. In line with the documentation, we first start the ordering service by navigating to the order directory and launching the start sh script. Before launching it, of course, make sure the script has the required permissions. We wait for a few seconds, and now we can inspect that the ordering service is indeed launched by launching the docker ps command. And yes, the ordering service is up. So next, let's start all Hyperledger Fabric components, which includes peers and the certificate authority, on machine 1 of organization 1. We're going to do that by launching the start sh script within the machine 1 org1 directory. Please note that this as well might take a while. While we're deploying on machine 1 of organization 1, we're going to do the same for machine 1 of organization 2. From the displayed logs, you can see that the script first creates channels and anchor peer updates for the channels, and then joins all peers to corresponding channels. Double check if everything is running by executing docker ps command on both machines. Fine there. And also fine on this one. Great. Finally, let's start the Blockchain Explorer service by navigating to Hyperledger Explorer directory and launching the start sh script. We will do this for both machines. This also might take a while. Once the images are created and the Hyperledger Explorer service is launched, we can inspect the topology of our network by visiting the Blockchain Explorer web application. The application is running on your machine domain on port 8090. Here you can see information about the ledger on channel level, such as member and status of peers, blocks, transactions, block details, channels and details about the channels, and so on. And we can do that for the second organization as well. Great, that's it for today. Stay tuned for our next video where we will demonstrate how to create a simple smart contract for this network or purchase a contract from the ChainRider marketplace.